Hi, everybody. It's Jason Wampler with another episode of The Rocket Minute. I haven't shot an episode in quite a while, and the reason being is I've been very, very busy. I got paid, and I've been out buying items to enhance my my workshop. And ensure you'll say hi, honey. There you go. To enhance my workshop is I'm taking myself obviously out of the equation. I don't necessarily like my appearance, but it just seems like it detracts from the quality of the videos. Anyway, I'm going to take my glasses off, drinking a little bit of coffee. I'm up to 2 shots of caffeine a day, and I'm working day and night. Let's talk about what we're going to do. It's too late for me to be doing any type of loud work this evening. But what I am going to do, you can see this, we're going to go ahead. I should get some type of lightweight filler. I'm going to put the rag down, and we're going to go ahead and put She kept secrets from me too. The main thing I learned was that teenage girls are complicated. I won't. Then you know. I'm trying to get this little piece on forward. You received that from Hendrik for Christmas before. Hold on. I've studied it more times than I can say. I know every page of it. The last page that I was curious. As was I. Listed names, numbers, and must have some significance. They were all local phone numbers. The first belonged to a woman called Magda, whose mother was Magda, who denied knowing her. The fourth, RL, belonged to Rosemary Lawson. So as you can see, I'll get this marvelous tool out of the way. I'll share that with you later. We're going to put a little bit more filler glue right here. It's my Rebecca case. I don't know what that is. Every policeman has at least one unsolved case to obsess over. Back then we had an officer forced unsolved. You'll notice too, I've retopped this tabletop. The table is literally only about like a week old, and actually a couple days old, and it's already just completely top is completely delaminated. So I got some toolbox tray liner material, and really dress things up. Right now I'm using this glue as filler, this nose cone. I'm thinking instead I should be using epoxy, but this glue is just a lot easier to sand down. This is cyanoacrylate. Okay. Oh boy, the gases are coming up. And when was the last time you were late? Never. You didn't think through your eyebrow as you were trying to. Here's the problem. Okay. There's a discrepancy between the obligation of Mr. Baldwin's guardianship and the management of your finances. There's no discrepancy or problem. It was clear to him I could manage my own finances. I'm not a child. No, you are not. But you were. Between then and now, you committed to the report of St. Stephen's, where you continued to display violent aggression. And you failed to adapt to 4 foster homes. Were arrested twice for intoxication, twice for narcotics, again for assault, smashing a bottle into a man's face. Oh, that's not even that long ago. And you may have conned Mr. Palmer into thinking that you have changed, but when I'm looking at this, the way I'm doing this,
yeah, I'm not really proud of myself, but I'm thinking this is kind of a learning curve for me as well. You know, I'm telling everybody here that I know how to build rockets. I know how to build rockets. Um, we would have solved this problem a long time ago had I just pounded up the dough and gotten and modified an Estes nose cone from an Estes rocket kit. Or should I just say a nose cone from an Estes rocket kit. The problem is everything is so stratospherically expensive and cost restrictive. I'm just not going to do it. So, we're just going to keep making our own. So this is my first time I've made a 100%, homemade rocket nose cone. I think it turned out okay, but like I said, it's a lot of work. And I believe I've discussed this before about, if I'm going to spend this much time making a nose cone, I might as well just make a solid nose cone plug and give it over to somebody, who can use it as a mold, as a plug for a mold, and make me maybe one mil fiberglass, green fiberglass nose cones. And what would be really neat about that is the shapes of the nose cones would be my own design. Because I always say I'm designing the plug, but for that I need like a drill press. I need something to hold the nose cone in place while I roll it and turn it at the same time, something like a wood lathe. However, watching YouTube, which is absolutely just YouTube is just the most wonderful thing to happen to humankind since, I guess, pizza and a chili cheeseburger. Um, YouTube showed an individual who took a 3/4 inch grinder and the guy turned it into a wood lathe. And I understand exactly how to do that myself, and I think it was a fantastic, phenomenal idea. So instead of me spending $300 or $400 on a wood lathe, I can get a $20 or $30 angle grinder and some hardware and supplies. I already know how to make tools myself, and then just do things that way. So anyway, you want to let the glue build up. The reason I'm doing this, folks, is I want to be able to sand this glue down. I'm kind of using super glue like a body filler, and then just round sand it on the round sand it on the block sander or even the belt sander. Now, belt sander, I think we've shown you how to use that before. Belt sanders can be they not really serve the same purpose as lathes, but if you drag this part along on the top of the belt sander turn upside down, fasten to the ground. You press the button and hold the hold button, and the belt sander stays on. You can use that as like a horizontal, one-dimensional lathe to lathe parts down that way. But you really have to be imaginative and creative, and you have to know what you're doing. However, when we get to that point where I make that tool, because today I made my own Dremel tool, but I didn't like the way it looked, so I ended up tossing it. But I don't want to get sidetracked because I already have an amazing tool that I got for less than $60 that'll do this tool I have will take the place of like 3 different tools, and for only $60, and it's very high quality. So I'm just really, really, really happy about that. But anyway, as I was saying, in aerospace too, you're going to notice, strangely enough, that you're going to have to invent tools. You're going to have to, how do I say this? What's the best way for me to say this? You're going to have to figure out how to make a tool that performs a single task that is so obscure and unusual and either complicated or dangerous that there's just no way nobody in the world would make a tool like that. So you're going to have to make your own tools. As the saying goes, necessity is the mother of invention. Now I'll show you what I mean in that too as well later on, but not necessarily right now. I want this to dry. I want that glue to fill up. Okay, I see a hole right there. So this is now this is now non-serviceable. This is one single piece.
Hi. I thought I'd come over and say hello. I'm Cecilia. Oh, yes. Please.
Trying not to get anything on the new topping that I got for the for my desk or work table, whatever you want to call it. By the way, I've got the cord, got the power strip. While I'm holding this and the glue is drying on it,
We are all uncomfortable with the idea of a chronicle of our family. Not about family, it's about entering the company. Like I said.
okay.
It's not my intention to present a malicious portrait of any kind. Unlike the one that
While we're letting this dry,
yes.
hmm.
So what you're saying is you're not really here to find out what happened to Harriet? I can't ignore such a dramatic event, but no, that's by no means.
I got this tool from Harbor Freight. However, I tried using the foot pedal. This tool I got from Harbor Freight. It came with a hanger, a secondary hanger. It came with a foot pedal actuator. It has a chuck key and a very, very small drill arbor. It's a very fine tool. It does not make that much noise at all. However, what I was not happy with is the fact that it had a foot pedal actuator, and my foot doesn't necessarily do or want to do what I'm looking at, what my hand does with oh boy, I don't want that to happen. What my hand wants to do with carving, shaping, or cutting something. So what I did is I went ahead and removed the foot pedal, took it out of series, and I installed a round boss, a round gang, and wired up the tool with a 40 amp large Busman inline fuse and a switch, and then I put this cover on it. I cut the hole in the cover, and now I have a tool that's self-contained and looks semi-professional. I'm thinking about sanding this thing down and just painting it one color, but I don't know. So I got that. I've got all of this. I got the power strip. I've got a bunch of other parts and tools and supplies. I went and got another tube. So that's what I wanted to show you next. Let me go ahead and take this out of the way. And we'll show you next what I'm going to go ahead and do. Because I want you to see it.
It's regulation, right? It's the last thing. It's a health matter. Right, you are. And why do you need such an expensive cooking camera? For what? Making coffee sorting metal. I shouldn't need that for us, because you'd have control over them. You will. Once you learn to be sociable, come along with people, can you do that?
Okay, so here we go. Here is the length of tube that I purchased. It is, what size is it? I'll say on here somewhere, I think. 1 inch. It's just 1 inch tube. You can see this is the same diameter as their student number 1 rocket. However, I'm going to cut a larger section. I'm going to cut about maybe a 2.5 foot section, sand that down, put another coupler in it, and put it on the end of the student rocket, and put another nose cone assembly on this end of the student rocket. You can see I got little injuries there on my foot. And here's my reasoning for that. My reason is that I want the student number 1 rocket to be a little bit taller, actually a lot taller. It was a little too short. The other reason is for this twin engine rocket right here. See the top there? Well, my plans are for this rocket, because this coupler went in too far and it's too tight. You can just kind of see down the throat of that, and I had to clean it out. So I'm going to cut this section of this off the tube right here, and take the coupler with it. And then when I do that, here's the rest of it, of course. There's out. I made 2 new aluminum motors for this, so these guys are going to be replaced by, boy, where are they? I can't see them. These guys are going to be replaced right here, a storage container This is my official work area right now. That's, you know, the light, the rectifier, which is the battery charger, my seat, table, trash can, supply cabinet, glasses, iced coffee, a new tool I was just showing off, the one that I modified. And where is it? These are funnels for nose cones. Okay, here we go. These guys right here. This guy right here, we're gonna go ahead and build this. You know what, I'm thinking we can do that tonight. Oh my goodness, we can. Let's see. Well, hold on. No, we cannot. Well, maybe we could. Okay. Anyway, I think maybe we'll do that tonight. But we're gonna make these. You know what? Let me get the other one out. I think I'll do that tonight. Really great. Here's the other one. And where is the other one there? Okay, hold on. Well, this is going to be a really interesting night. How the hell do I have that, I wonder? There we go. And this one is that one. Okay, so I think we'll make those right now. There you go. We got stuff to do, even though it is... What time is it right now? 11:49 p.m. Ouch. Time flies when you're having fun. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to leave this here like that for now. And excuse me for a second, I'll be right back. Okay, so here we go. By the way, this rag is done for. Be careful with this new surface. We top this table. I mean, someone nice. See, now that looks kind of rough, but you know, again, I'm going to go ahead and sand it down, but I'll do that tomorrow morning. So, what I was going to show you though is I want to put this guy instead of this on the student number 1 rocket. I want to put this on the 2-engine rocket, add a little bit more height to that 2-engine rocket, because I've never been quite, for lack of a better word, I've never been quite satisfied with its height. I want it to be a little bit taller. So that is what we are going to do. This looks interesting. I'm definitely going to be motivated to clean this up. Okay, so I notice I'm whispering a little bit. I apologize for that. Okay, so let's put everything away. Okay, so this rag is done, so let's go throw it in the trash. There we go. Let's use stockpile of glue. So we're going to open up one of these glues right here. I'm going to use a variety of different things to do that with. I just got a pair laser cut. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think they're laser cut. They got a pair of finishing. There you go. Finishing cutters. So we use that like that. So make sure I can see that. Okay. There you go. Like that. And again, I want to be careful not to get anything, cut this surface or get any glue on it or anything. This is, I just put this on tonight, so adhesive does not work very well at all. I don't like that garbage. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and take the sticker off the top of this. It's from the gardening section at Lowe's. I very rarely, if you ever go to Home Depot. In fact, I really don't want to go there, but I had to go there today to get the to take a look around and see what I can get in the way of stuff that Lowe's doesn't carry. Well, shucks, this is as much as it's gonna come off. Oh well, I'll put that in the trash. I was very careful about my shopping today too. Not made out of money. Okay, so I'm gonna take this guy. I think, I'm just thinking about how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go ahead. That's not working at all. You know what? You have to leave it like that. That's as far in as it'll go. I'll clean this up and sand it down, obviously. That's as far in as that unit is going to go. Now let's go ahead and do this to the other one. Again, you know what, guys, as it's almost 12 midnight, it's really not a good idea for me to be shooting this late at night. I can't run power tools and show you how things are done. I'm so sorry. It's the first time I've shot an episode. It's almost been like 5 days. I promised myself, I promised you, that I would I promised you guys that I would do more than that. Oh well, such is life. Anyway, okay, so we're gonna smudge the inner diameter of this up. These are definitely minimum diameter motors. Thinner wall, tougher material, but you know what I mean. That's aluminum, chrome plated aluminum. So I'm gonna scrub these guys down. I am not gonna sand them or grind on them because that'll remove the finish and it'll look terrible. There's that. And that will go in like that. Okay. And these are going to stay like this. And then I'm going to go clean them up. They'll definitely stick out farther. So, anyway. Well, you live and learn. But anyway, so that's pretty much that. These are going to go on the two-engined rocket. We're going to do some interesting stuff with that two-engine rocket. It is possibly going to be the first recipient of the RCHEI ignition, RCHEI system. which is remote control head end and the ignition system. But between that and the level two rocket, the 3-inch diameter level 2 rocket that I'm building, um, that's going to be a significantly challenging effort. So that'll probably be put off for about 6 months. Level 2 is not going to happen until sometime next year. The 2-engine rocket, we're going to probably going to take another 6 months to get it finished. But we have nearly three, almost 4 different student rockets that they're all single engine, simple rockets, and we'll get to those sooner. I promise we get done sooner, but when you're developing stuff, when you're building stuff from scratch, you always run into the unknown and the unexpected, and that's kind of where we're at this point. So never overpromise and underdeliver. In fact, it's better to ask for permission than it is for forgiveness. So keep that in mind as well. Anyway, this has been an episode of the Rocket Minute. I know it's been a short episode, but if I keep carrying on like this, my neighbors are going to complain, and I got to keep it down. I'm already in hock with the landlord. We're on unfriendly terms, so I want to be careful about that. All right, you guys take care and have a great morning. Bye bye.